Here's a super cool collection of 1940s Kansas City police stuff. Not exactly sure how we're gonna sell it at the moment. Singer featherweight, sterling, coins, watches, jewelry, knives, a little bit of gold. All these, like I guess early 90s computer video games. A lot of them. More great vintage board games and more and more. There's some Masters of the Universe stuff. A lot of these are empty. More vintage toys. There's Battle Bones. A lot of vintage Christmas. Other holidays. More vintage Christmas over here. And more and more and more and more. Keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. There's some old signs. Great Mark's train lot. Elgin wall clock and a Bulova. More vintage Christmas. Neat old comic books and more. Hey, there's Ken's book. There's some World War II era, probably occupation uniforms. Some cool vintage biker jackets. Beer signs, liquor signs. Some furniture back here, some neat vintage stuff. There's a mid-century table. Check that cute little cardboard fireplace. We got a jukebox back here. Cool showcase. More vintage furniture. Vintage toys and more vintage toys and more vintage toys and more vintage toys. And hey, yet more vintage toys, records, cassettes, 8-tracks, all this cool stuff coming up in this week's auction. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to preview video for this week's auction. We're located at 1801 Gwinnett, Kansas City, Missouri, 64120, and this is a video for auction. It's gonna be what, November 5th? Help me? 5th?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's the 5th. I know, it's like the easiest things are so hard to pull out of my brain anymore. Let's see. December 5th. Gave you the address. Auction night, doors open at 5. Auction starts at 6. And we do a preview video. Or preview, Jesus. We do a live in-person preview every Wednesday from 11 to 1. So yeah, be sure that you're subscribed and that you like and all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. Again, this video is not for entertainment purposes. It's merely to show you what we have in the auction. If you are entertained, just consider it a bonus. But yeah, it's not a flashy YouTube channel like a lot of people are used to. So yeah, this grouping, man, we should have figured out earlier how we're gonna sell it all. Maybe somebody will have some input. So it's a grouping. The guy was like a marksman here in Kansas City in the 30s. Look at that, like Kansas City Revolver Club, I think, something like that. And then in the 40s, he was auxiliary police. I believe this is the badge that was on this uniform that you can see in this picture. That's the guy right there. But then there's a picture of him right there, and there's Like that right there, that right there. Maybe that should all go together. Maybe all the marksman stuff should go together. Maybe one badge goes with the uniform, and then we sell the other two badges individually. Is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. But feel free, let me know what you think on that. And there's somebody I'm going to call about it too. Let's see. So then we get over here. Fishing stuff. Big box of Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That could not have been cheap. Looks like just a little miscellaneous box of lighters and buckles and such. Like religious stuff. So we've got these signed sports photos. It's got a COA, Classic Sports Collectibles LLC. Is that one? That looks the same. So again, folks, these are their certificates, not ours, okay? You're on your own to do your research. And then there's some cards in there. They've been graded EMC grading, whatever that is. Encapsulated Memories Company. So there's those. Some jewelry. It's like some more old photos. Ooh, airplane crash photo. People like those for some reason. More stuff in there. Looking good. Looks like a bunch of old postcards. Some miscellaneous pictures. Owl Creek and Oil Gas Development Company. Okay, so that's what that is. Then down here, there's going to be so it looks like some sterling, some tokens, some military stuff. Some old coins, looks like Chinese coins. There's some little bits of gold in there. I think there's a tooth. Sorry about that. Handyland, St. Louis, USA, with a red globe. Nice. Refinished medicine cabinet. Look at that. 1932, it says right there. I don't know if you can see it. That's a pretty nice piece. Amazing condition. There's an old Aetna insurance. Probably what, hand-painted sign, I would think. Then we go over here. More little vintage pieces. Jan Stenerud signed piece. Novelty. Okay, let's see what it says. A gift for a super guy. I'm gonna look first. Oh my god. So stupid. Like a Harley mirror somebody wanted a state fair. Pith helmet. Some like girly matches. Then a lot of these are local or just kind of neat ones. Sun on service flag. Some old pictures. Repro Peters. Yeah, neat stuff back there. A couple Asian boxes, looks like. National Portrait Gallery, Volume 2. I don't know, looks like late 1800s. Making of Nono Nanette, which is, as I understand, a pretty good story. More old Front Strike matchbooks. Vintage Halloween candies. Some knives. School Police, 1971 pocket knife. We'll have to look at the bottom of that, won't we? Elgin watches, wall clock, some sort of whiskey, Yellowstone whiskey, a Bulova wall clock, a werewolf guy, an island decanter guy. That was Hall. That is signed. There's like a globe up there, another railroad type lantern, a couple of critters, a toy banjo, some little choice compartment stuff. Let me see if I can lighten it up in there. No, that went dark. There, stuff in there. 1920s Brock's 5-pound chocolates. There's those little Santa mugs that people like. Some more vintage Christmas coming at you. Photo album. Some neat old ones in there. Chad really liked this a lot. G. Martin, 78. Ah, there is another G. Martin piece. I'm going to go get it right now. Let's just make this really, really just a fun, interactive video. Come with me as I try to find this box of postcards that I put it in. There's good stuff over here. That's Spode. Aha, look. G. Martin, 87. I'm going to put it in there. All right. Come on. So yeah, full circle. All right, let's see. I think we're good over there. Let's go over here and look at all this stuff. That could be something really cool. Sorry about the glare. Robert E. I don't know, didn't write his last name very legibly. But, I mean, it is neat. Like, you can tell he's, done a lot of work. My friend Ken Hatfield's book, Sentiment to Dale Jones, another guy that I used to know. Looks like maybe a bunch of like Mannion's catalogs or something like that, old ones. Those are great for military reference. These are neat, like kind of little mid-century European artwork pieces. This box, just a bunch of different military parts and pieces. Smirnoff, I think these are removable, stackable shells. My grandpa was in 8th Air Force. 506th Bomb 44th Bomb Group, 506 Bomb Squadron. All those Christmas trees everybody likes. It's like some maybe Guatemalan or something kind of stuff. Those lights. There's a big KC heart. Kind of neat for you. More stuff. Kobe signed piece. Again with some sort of explanation. Roy Williams. On and on and on and on. Sportsity sports stuff in there. These are neat. OKU student. Bitterbird, Sour Owl. Tullamore neat old golf photo. Not sure if those guys are famous or not. Rieger canvas. A couple Christmas candles. Some like LED stuff. Old butterfly lamp. Over here, looks like we've got a Ike jacket, probably occupation in Europe. Another Ike jacket, you know, and they have the zippers in them. A lot of times that's, well, number one, it's an Ike jacket. Number two, you could just look at the date. You know, guys customizing them over there. A couple of like distressed leather jackets. More vintage clothing, some sort of flight suit of some kind. More Guatemalan stuff. Skid Roadie, Coca-Cola thing, vintage Chiefs scarf. Woodland camo flak jacket. Have the card in there? Yeah, it does. So fun. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and look at these since I'm over here, and most of the time stuff on carts ends up getting moved up front. A lot of like late 80s, early 90s, like computer games. If I can find one that I can open easily with one hand. Look at those big floppies, and then some of them are like the smaller floppies. I, you know, did some quick Google lensing on them, and I mean, some of them are people are asking decent amount of money for, you know, but I didn't go into like eBay sold and all that. Don't have a whole lot of time for that. Then there's some other stuff. I think Vaughn said a lot of these might have been empty. So if this is your thing, you're just going to want to come in and check it out. It's fun. Simpson stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move over here. So I think we are going to do things a little different this auction. So hopefully you see this video and you don't get really upset that we went differently. Just ignore the mess over here. This freaking leak that won't freaking stop. I think it's like because there's snow and ice up there and it's melting, but whatever. More liquor stuff. Maker's Mark, Tito's, like floor mat, Rieger. Over here we've got some license plates and a couple of ships. Another fun globe. Oh, crazy candelabra. That's neat. Somebody ought to like that. So these I just moved. They were on the floor under the table, but didn't want them to get wet. Just vintage Christmas stuff. 60s and 70s, a lot of it. And before. So there's a box that goes to this. So that's kind of fun. Some Spode Christmas stuff, some silver plate, just a little miscellaneous box. Peter the Drumming Rabbit with what's left of his box. It's like vintage Chucks. They're not that old, but 80s maybe? I don't know. I can't really speak to it. So it's single box stacker item over here. As most of you know, a couple of Halloween globe blow molds, some Infinity 3000P speakers. Vintage holiday, more vintage Christmas. Trying to get as much Christmas stuff out as we can before Christmas. It's a neat box, photos and ephemera, that's cool. Ooh, it's a big box, you get all this film with it too. 8mm, Christmas 73, Disney Theater in the round. I wish I had more time to be interested in that stuff. Look, we got some beanies. We got truck stop light. A lot of beanies. Cute. KC Scouts, vintage caps. Guess you get all that. Too bad we didn't have this Halloween stuff a couple months ago. Vintage tinsel. It's like Easter stuff, more vintage Christmas. That could be something cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that. There was a few things on the floor. More stuff over here. Old medicine jars or pharmacy jars. That's a good box. Full of neat stuff there. Well, let's see, what do we have over here? Baseball cards. Do these say Pokemon? Are they indeed? No, they're sports cards. So, you know, this is just part of the massive, massive, massive collection we've sold. And yeah, it's just choice binder pretty much, or box out of there. So if you've been here before, we've been doing this for weeks, and you know what's going on with that. Sorry about all the background noise. Let's see, and then over here we've got some cool posters. More toys. A lot of toys, a lot of vintage toys. Desert Rose. Old wooden speaker. More just boxes and totes of toys and some books. That Ninja air fryer has never been out of the box. I'm tempted. It's a big footprint in a kitchen for me. You can do a whole chicken and some Brussels sprouts, you know. I don't have one. I've heard that they're awesome. Let's see, a bunch of CDs, vinyl records. Cassettes, which have been selling pretty well lately. VHS, some unique stuff in there. More toys. I think this table should do pretty well. Stuff under it too, I believe. So this is what we're going to do different. You know how normally here we jump over there, but we're going to go all the way around this time because that's what we're doing. More toys. It kind of keeps with the theme and, you know, all that. And so back here, please don't mess with these. You know, they're kind of, you know, in state of completeness, but it's cool. The box is there. The hand puppet is there. You know, he's delicate though, so really trusting you to not mess him up too bad. Just leave it alone. Snake Mountain. Slime pit with the box. Couldn't find the little skull. And then a lot of, like, this is empty. This is empty. But as you know, empty boxes can bring decent money. Let's see. There. And all that. All that. A couple of Castle Grayskulls. Battle Bones. His box is there. Under the floor. Got some of those exercise pens, some slate records, some old fans, bottles, tools and such, more toys under there. So come down for a preview and check stuff out, or get here at 5 when the doors open and check stuff out, because we are doing this earlier in the auction this time. I'm sure somebody's going to be super freaking pissed about it too. But so we normally go the same way every time. I wouldn't mind, honestly, mixing it up on a regular basis, which I guess wouldn't be mixing it up anymore because it'd be a regular basis. These are good. These American Heritage games. But in just doing all these tables and then going around this way, we probably used to do it like that. I think we probably used to go back there because we had more furniture. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Easy money. Wow, firebox. Guess that's what that is. That's cool. Oh, more stuff on the floor. Okay, and then I'm just gonna say let's do it. Let's change it this time. Let's go over here. And we'll start selling this stuff. I think. I'm not 100% that's how it'll happen, but we'll definitely go around in that U first. I mean, I don't imagine we'll be over here very long. Some sort of fountain. Let's see. So then this table. This box is filled up with stuff. You're going to want to dig. This is a digging auction. No, it's not a real gun. Oh, let's do the wall. We're right here. That hanging lamp. That's cool. Not sure what's going on there. Doesn't look particularly pleasant. Neither does that. Some needlepoint. It's kind of full cart. Fruit crate labels, and we'll jump back over here, and there's cool stuff over here. Old gun parts and pieces, aviation department, that stuff, this stuff. Again, you know, photos and video are just kind of giving you an idea of what's going on in the auction. You really need to come down yourself, or, well, I mean, yeah, that's it. So I get a full idea. I got a bad feeling about that sitting there. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Stuff down there. There's different linens and textiles. Not sure. A lot of solid vintage this auction, like 60s vintage, you know, and 70s and 80s and some 90s, and some stuff on the wall. And we get over here. Oh, that's some nice stuff from a nice home. So this was Steve Sideliner, 8 works of art. Somebody was trying to sell them at $40 each. We're gonna sell them all to you for one money. I like these state plates and souvenir plates. Not enough to buy them and put them up in my house, but I think they're always kind of fun. More artwork. Okay, so this should be some good stuff, I think. Copeland Spode Rosebud Chintz. So that's the whole set, everything there. And then there's some other stuff. What were these? Oh yeah, Poppy Trail. And then these turkey platters. I wish we had them last auction. But there's 3 in a stack. I believe these are Hall. And then this was Johnson Brothers rose chintz. And let's look at the wall. That's a nice mid-century piece. That style anyway. Middle of a different century there. And there as well. And probably there as well. Who we got? Jerry Wall. Big nice hammock. Fishing stuff can go together. This was Rue de Paris hand painted collection. Tabletop. Oh, China. This is a cool decanter. It's got little chips around the top. I'm sure a heavy lid like that every time you're slamming it down. And this had one little chip in there, but that is a really, really neat vase. Okay, I showed you the wall. Over here, I don't even understand. Or some scalp patches. It's always good. Well, we'll come look at it, figure out what's in there. Santa Fe Railroad. I don't like that camera to be by itself. Unless there's a bunch of other camera stuff in there, I think that's just fine. More Christmas. Be careful digging around in there, please. All right, let's go to the shelves. You're gonna have to come look at all these. Look like old, you know, early 1900s, and then some newer ones. That looks sterling to me. I'm gonna have to come take another look over here. World War II. Stand by, all the military stuff wouldn't have gone in one thing. All right, this is a bunch of PPE stuff. It's been just freaking sitting around down here because I don't know, we're just kind of waiting for somebody. I don't know if somebody works in a vet's office or, I don't know, painter or something to come get this stuff, but it is going to the freaking dump is where that's going. There's a bunch of stuff that's not even in the auction. Okay, let's go over here. I'm not sure how we'll go in the auction, so I'm just doing this now. Once we get over there, it'll kind of be like, you know, a bunch of people are waiting around for something over there, then we might oblige. I imagine we'll probably jump to furniture. I think there's some neat stuff back here worth hanging around for. Well, these could be something. I don't know. More vinyl. Come check it. It's not, vinyl's just not selling like it used to down here. Okay. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure how we'll go in the auction. Some books, a pachinko machine. We've got some stuff on the shelves here. You're gonna want to come check that stuff out. Free couch. Somebody was gonna take it last week, but they didn't do it. Like, there is some kind of neater stuff over here, so I kind of want to get to it earlier. I don't know, I'm babbling. That's a nice showcase. Neat 70s table, mid-century side table, desk. Solid oak table. Oh, it's cute. Wine rack, clothes rack, another clothes rack with clothes on it. We got some woodland camo. Woodland sports vintage. You're gonna come have to check that out. Desk back there, some cool, those are neat vintage folding chairs. Butler, these are our chairs. Yeah, let's look at these. Those are cute. Not your regular folding chairs, you know. Is that a freaking wooden weight bench? Jukebox. Oh, kind of works. Interesting. Nice mid-century table with 4 chairs. Neat vintage Christmas fireplace light up thing. Francoma ashtray. It's really cool. It sucks there's a chunk out of it there, but I don't think that's as big a deal as people make it, but whatever. 50s kitchen chairs. Like vanity chair, little needlepoint. Damn, we got more stuff over here too. Kind of a weird layout this week. More vintagey, I'm guessing, clothes. Hey, PBR, there we go. That's cool, somebody like that. So, of course, once again, I forgot the stuff over here in the middle. And there's not a lot, but there's some cool stuff. Quilt. Blanket. Some vintage clothes, dog patch, little kids. I mean, that's your quintessential 70s, 80s shirt. Funny, talking about the breakup of Ma Bell. Yeah, what do we got here? Oh yeah, Super Fox, radar detector, C.W. McCall, Midland CBs. This is a Who Reunion 1989, or Who Tommy 1989, Rush 1988. Some Ireland thing. Then we go over here, and there is And this stuff will probably be pushed up front because it's on wheels. Quilt, some crazy quilts, a couple of those, and this Mark's train set in this big box. All the original boxes, stuff like that. So yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Wednesday for preview and auction on Thursday.